The British government offers a generous tax credit to attract foreign high-end film productions to shoot in the UK. The BFI Cultural Test is your first step to qualify for tax credit. You may apply for the BFI Certificate in 2 intervals, interim and final. The final application is mandatory, while the interim is optional. If you intend to apply for an interim tax credit, you're going to need an interim certificate. For interim certification, along with the application form, you must submit an English shooting script. You must also submit a detailed budget, synopsis, and shooting schedule. After completing your film, final certification requires an accountant's report and a copy of the final film for financial accountability. The final film also needs to reflect the BFI points you're claiming. Here's a breakdown of the points system. There are 35 points available. Your film needs a total of 18 across 4 sections to qualify. Having more than 18 won't provide additional benefits, while having fewer than 18 disqualifies your film completely. Section A offers up to 18 points based on your film's story, while Section B offers up to 4 points for its cultural contribution. Section C focuses on production location, covering principal photography, special effects, VFX, and music recording, offering 5 points. Section D prioritizes local employment, awarding points for key roles filled by qualifying citizens or residents for a total of 8 points. The European Economic Area, EEA, includes these countries. Section A evaluates whether the film's content is characteristic of British culture and examines the significance of this cultural identity to the story. Points for A1 are awarded based on the proportion of the film set in the UK or the European Economic Area. You can earn 1 point for at least 25% of the film set in the UK, and so on up to a maximum of 4 points for at least 3/4 of the film set in the UK. Whether fictional or real, the setting must distinctly represent the UK and not a purely fictional location. For interim certification, the number of scenes set in the UK in the script is measured using a set and shot worksheet, detailing where each scene is set and where it will actually be filmed. For final certification, the duration of scenes set in the UK is measured. For instance, if you claim 50% of the script is set in the UK in your final film, half the running time must be set in the UK. Section A2 awards points based on the presence of British lead characters, enhancing cultural authenticity and representation. This means the character, not the actor, must be portrayed as a citizen or resident of the UK in the film. This must be clearly depicted in the script and TV program, supported by evidence such as dialogue, imagery, backstory, accent, or visual cues, like showing a passport as they enter the country. Lead character status is determined by their importance to the plot or the number of pages featuring the character. The points you receive depend on the total number of lead characters in the film and the percentage of these characters who are British citizens or residents. Under A3, 4 points can be awarded for portraying a British story. This includes subjects related to Britain, such as non-fictional events like World War II, historical figures like Shakespeare, or fictional characters like Sherlock Holmes. If your film's settings and lead characters are from the UK, earning you points for A1 and A2, it is likely to qualify for A3 points for British subject matter. Points can also be earned if the source material is created by a British citizen or resident, such as books, stories, games, films, TV programs, screenplays, scripts, or articles, shown by submitting a chain of title contract. The final part of Section A awards points for original dialogue recorded in English or an EEA state language. This is measured by the percentage of words spoken in English compared to the total number of words in the script. This includes narration, but no action or stage directions. 1 point is awarded if at least 25% of the dialogue is in the English language, going up to a maximum of 6 points if at least 75% of the dialogue is recorded in one of the accepted languages. If your film were to receive all 18 points in Section A, you would not need anything else for the BFI certification. Section B evaluates the film's cultural contribution with up to 4 points available. Short write-ups are required to highlight the film's contributions to British culture. The British Creativity section evaluates how the TV show conveys the national culture of Britain and individual perspectives. The creative approach is key, using innovative filmmaking techniques and new technologies created by British companies. Evaluation emphasizes a fresh interpretation of British culture, avoiding mere repetition of existing works. British Heritage focuses on preserving Britain's heritage on screen through stories of historical events or innovative representations of British culture. Points are awarded for narratives set outside the UK that resonate with British history, ethnicity, and culture. Additionally, cultural references, traditions, or symbols that contribute to British heritage are considered. British Diversity explores contemporary social issues and on-screen diversity, including disability, ethnicity, gender, religion, age, sexuality, and socio-economic background. Diversity enriches storytelling and impacts audience access and engagement. Section C focuses on the film's production location, offering a total of 5 points. It encourages localizing production work in the UK, benefiting the film industry and the economy. 2 points are awarded if at least 50% of the work on principal photography or special effects takes place in the UK, measured by the percentage of days allocated in the full film's shooting schedule. You can also earn 2 points if at least 50% of the VFX work, including CGI, character animation, and color correction, is conducted in the UK. An additional 2 points are awarded if at least 80% of either principal photography or VFX occurs in the UK. However, the maximum total points available for C1 remains at 4. You can earn 1 point if at least 50% of one of the following activities occurs in the UK: performing and recording new music or a new arrangement created specifically for the film, audio post-production, or picture post-production, including editing, grading, restoration, negative logging, and more. Section D focuses on the personnel involved in the film production, based on the involvement of individuals who are UK residents or citizens of an EEA state. 1 point is awarded for each of the following roles filled by a qualifying person: director, scriptwriter, producer, composer, the lead actors, 1 point for more than half the cast, 1 for a member of your other key staff, like lead cinematographer or lead production designer, and 1 for more than half of the production crew being qualifying persons. In cases where there are multiple individuals in any of these roles, a justification must be provided for why the qualifying person is considered the lead or joint lead for that role. Here is an example for how a film might pass the cultural test. If I have a film that is all shot in the UK with a British lead character based on a film by a British person with a fresh interpretation that gets you points for cultural contribution. You also shoot the majority of the film in the UK and do your picture post-production in the UK and employ a British scriptwriter, a British composer, and a British editor. Then you have your 18 points and qualify for tax credit. While these are the technical rules, there are various interpretations and nuances to ensure your film qualifies, with endless combinations to reach your 18 points. Additionally, please see our other video on the tax credit process for insight into how the BFI certificate fits into HMRC's process. The Farm Cove team is always here to help.